Most men severely handicap themselves, thinking that their genetics are not perfect for them to get the lean aesthetic body that they want. Most men also think that they don't have the fastest metabolism or their metabolism is too slow. You may look at someone that's lean and think, oh, they just have a fast metabolism. And a person that's bigger, they have a slower metabolism, just like me. That is just an excuse, and that is a limiting factor to why you can't get the aesthetic you want. I'll tell you exactly how I got the aesthetic shredded V-taper physique, the attractive physique that females are attracted to and that most guys want. First thing I did was I stopped listening to people that didn't have the look that I desired. The first piece of information that I looked at, which was their physique. If they were overweight, if they were 20%, 25%, 30% body fat, I wouldn't listen to them. The only reason you would listen to someone like that is if they coached people that have the physique that you desired. If they coach people that are bodybuilding and their transformations of their clients. That's the only reason. Other than that, that's BS, that's loud noise. They don't know exactly what they're talking about because they don't fit the standard of their own message. The second thing I did was I stopped all the fad diets, all the OMADs, all the 1 meal a day, the fish diet only, vegetarian, meat only, carnivore only. I stopped those diets. Those are diets. Those are meant for you to be on them for a period of time and then come off of them eventually. That is not longevity. That is not long lasting. And that is not customizable to tailor to your life to build you an aesthetic physique. The next thing I did was I prioritized research and my nutrition. During this research, I learned that nutrition is the utmost important thing that will be the determining factor of how you look. You manipulate your body with your food. You break down your body with your workouts. You will only replenish what you've broken down with the foods that you then eat. Your whole foods are going to be top priority. Over processed sugars, over processed foods. Processed foods hold a lot of empty nutrition. And what I mean by that is if you were to take a donut that's 280 calories or any sort of dessert that's 280 calories, and you were to take 96.4 ground beef, 2 servings, 8 ounces, 280 calories, 48 grams of protein. That donut that's also 200 calories is also 280 calories, but it has no protein, it has no nutrition, it has no vitamins, it has no satiation, it has no fulfillment in it, it has no volume. You eat the donut, you're gonna want more. You eat the ground beef, you're gonna be full and satiated. Your stomach can only hold so much. So that volume, that bowl of ground beef, that 8 ounces of ground beef is gonna be big enough to fill your stomach up and for you to be full for a period of time. That donut is gonna make you crave it more. It's gonna spike your insulin. It's gonna make your energy go up extremely fast. It's gonna make your energy go down extremely fast. So it's gonna spike your insulin, and then your insulin is gonna be spiked, and then you're gonna have a crash, and you're gonna need more energy, and then you're gonna wanna eat another donut to resupply and reloop the bad habits. Sticking to whole foods, that diminishes that. That stops that bad process happening. That builds better habits. As for the specific foods that I eat, I stick to ground beef, ground turkey, chicken, fish, eggs. Those are my 5 proteins that I cycle through. Most of the time, I'm eating ground beef. For the last couple months, I've been eating ground beef and ground beef only. And my second meat, I always have 2 meats that I eat throughout the week. So for about almost a year, I've been eating straight ground beef. For my second meat, it has altered from chicken, fish, and ground turkey, and it repeats. Simple is more, and boring is easy. So if something is boring and it seems less work, then it's good. It's easy for you to do, it's easy for you to customize, it's easy for you to change, it's easy to work into your life because it's not anything that's complex. If you want to make pasta, spaghetti, all these other complicated dishes that are complicated dishes to meal planning and things like that, you can do that, but you making it complex isn't going to make the process any easier. For my carbs, I mainly stick with rice. There's a bread that I eat that's called 647 bread. It's a low calorie alternative bread to the high processed, high carb that most people eat. So if you like bread, if you want bagels in the morning or bagels in the afternoon or bagels during dinner, it literally doesn't matter. We only eat for meals. We only eat for performance. We do not eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the typical American standards. If you want bagels or bread or anything of the sorts, buns even, to make hamburgers, sandwiches, in your low-fat cheese, I highly recommend 647 bread. For example, 647 bagel is 180 calories for around 5 grams of protein, 180 calories for one whole bagel. That's the equivalent to 4 ounces of jasmine rice. I mean, you really can't beat that when it comes to nutrition. As for my workouts are they're complicated in the skill to get up there, but as for the workouts themselves, they're pretty self-explanatory. I train calisthenics, conventional weightlifting, and speed and plyometrics. So currently, right now, I'll give you an example for how I get the most effective workouts while staying lean and building muscle and getting stronger. I stick with compound movements. If you don't know what compound movement is, a compound movement is a lift that's going to work on more than one muscle group. For example, bench press. Bench press works out your chest, it works out your shoulders and your triceps as well as your forearms. Most workouts are going to work out your forearms involuntarily, but I have to just say that just in case people don't know. My push day will look like freestanding handstand push-ups, pike push-ups, incline bench press, incline dumbbell bench press, and tricep extensions. A lot of people always focus on the accessory work. You don't need to focus on the accessory work when it comes to getting an effective, efficient lift. A lot of people are wondering why they can't get stronger in the gym and why their strength is very inconsistent. Your strength is probably inconsistent because you're doing a bunch of accessory work. You don't need to do a bunch of accessory work. You don't need to switch your workouts up every single week. You stick with the same workouts, you track your progress, and then you scale it. That's how you measure change. You're going to have to measure everything you do here. That includes your food as well. Another thing I did was I bought a food scale. I bought a food scale and I actually used it. With everything I ate, I weighed out my food, I weighed out the serving size, tailored the calories, exactly what I need to eat in a day to fit my macros, to fit my calories. Keeping your workout simple, keeping your food simple, and keeping your lifestyle simple is going to make this process a hell of a lot easier. You actually will realize that less is more in this process. You don't need to OD, you don't need to go crazy. You don't even need to do a bunch of cardio. If you have a regular 9 to 5 or you're just active in your life, you find that you really don't need to do cardio because most people aren't even doing half of these steps. Probably 9 out of 10 of these steps, and you will see substantial progress again in those 14 weeks. So next will be the things that set all of this up. A lot of men have been socially indoctrinated to think that getting 6 hours, 4 hours of sleep means that you're working hard. You're actually doing the opposite. You're making your body work even harder than what it needs to. You can't perform daily tasks. You don't think clearly. You probably have foggy vision. You're tired all the time. You're grumpy. You're lazy as a reaction of your body being highly sleep deprived. Most men don't even know what it's like to get 10 hours of sleep or only get 10 hours of sleep on their off days. You should be prioritizing 8 to 10 hours of sleep every single night. Now, will there be days that you don't hit that? Yes. But in order for me, in order for you to get the aesthetic, lean, attractive physique that's going to get you to 10% in single-digit body fats, you have to prioritize these things. These things will become the standard of your way of living. In this process, the standard of your way of living will trickle off to the people that are around you, your family, your friends. When you socially interact with people, you will gain mass amounts of respect from both genders, females and men, from just changing your physique. It's a real thing. Not only are you changing your physique in this process, but you're changing your habits, you're changing your traditions, and you're changing your life with this physique. Thank you for watching the video. I do one-on-one coaching with the link on my channel. You can click on the link tree for one-on-one coaching if you're interested, or DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. I'll catch you on the next one.